I want Santa Claus to stop giving antipsychotics to babies. I want an asteroid to smash Billionaires Row and leave the rest of us alone. I want to read the secret erotic diaries of Mother Teresa. I want to be the 23rd caller to heaven and win a free mansion for my friends. I want my lover to make French toast and eggs. I want the pigeon to stop spying on my reading. I want a child to make a wish upon a penny and make it sunny. I want the bird to buy me a cigarette and the dog to walk my song. When the imbeciles have their way, the semicolon will be replaced by the smiley face, and the love coming from the moon says, I know it's hard, child. Come into my sleeve of light and cry as long as you need. Then repeat after me. Hillary, Bernie, and Donnie are frauds. Last month at Tony's in the attic, while Frank Sauce was flirting with me, I thought someday when the children ask who this Frank Sauce guy was, I'll tell them. He was the Bourbon Machine. Alice breaks the mirror which closes the Wonderland hole. The March Hares breed, the Mad Hatter packs a bowl. They tea party beneath the rainbow so high they start to glow. Alice perches upon a cloud. Humpty Dumpty finds his soul. Meanwhile, the Red Queen and me hide sausage and herring. The hummingbirds of winter stab their young to drink the blood, while squirrel and crow fight to the death for the last peanut. I'm barking genius to an impotent knight that couldn't care less. The meth head around the corner throws her Christmas tree in the dumpster, lights, ornaments, and all. And here on 22nd Avenue, none of us look for cars while crossing. No one has a book or a thought to stagger home to. Just addiction, the pathos of friction, the fiction that things will be different if we wish it. Meanwhile, diamonds sparkled in the feces of the princess. I dream of the day when the hybrid people and the hologram people get along. Till then, they're not invited to my big cunnilingus Christmas party. The New York Times, with its all the propaganda fit to imprint, says there's fear in the air. They can't bulldoze the human spirit into oblivion. See that moon up there? It doesn't regard global childishness with fear, neither should we. Laugh at it! Mighty and broken we stand, addled with our addictions, pining for Neverland. We convert the DMT molecules into sentences to pray to, pounding our heads into paragraphs of sense, in which the living make love with the dead, and the light defeats the dense. Princess Leia vanquished the chauvinist slug. Jabba the Hutt can suck it. Coming soon, Mike G's Cyanide Supply Economic Warehouse Blues. They're racing towards a phony World War III on all reality channels. May the annals of poetry note my skepticism in a final fuck you issued from inside a FEMA camp. I like writing hecklers into my poems, like the 10-year-old neighbor girl. She's a little star in the center of a flower, tick-tocking till she explodes. I want the old lady at Costco to sneak me into a movie. I want the rain to stop hounding me about Leviticus 23. I want to walk my dog carrying a tip basket into U.S. Bank. I want Santa Claus to get free from that gold-digging skank. The Onion covered her tracks, didn't leave blood on them. She was both into it and out of it, like 1966 Bob Dylan. Call me spacebar. Type my name by pressing the spacebar key. Yes, it makes an emptiness in which I'm free from the curse of language. Finally, happy. Crawling the mountains to find me a darlin'. Dark and it's bleeding, but I smell you and I follow. Flat Earth Cloning Center navigators, take the stage. Blow kisses to the new moon baby batter, pregnancy aid. Sing the constellations into queer proximity. 30 miles up of forked tongues and flying rust. They wake me at night and tell me it's day. I want a rock in my pocket so I don't blow away. I want to witness a mini tsunami in a curbside puddle. Tony, the new usher, entered the check room 2 minutes too soon. That was the last time he was seen intact. Months later, his splintered femur was found in the glove box of the coat check attendant's car. His shrunken head and tiny paisley tie were found in his own coffee cup in a seldom-used symphony storage room. Finally, at age 48, I've met a woman who's really into me. One would think this would lift my existential sickness, but tragically, we've got pie chart problems. Hers is half desire for me, half booze and weed. Mine is 23 slices of responsibility, including 2% desire for her. If these pie charts were submitted to a dating match site, we'd each receive a red flag and not a good match. A very bad match. A very bad match. A very bad match. There's a narrative echo in my head. I wonder if I'm going mad. The red hospital gown sun slumps beneath the dusk as the 10-year-old neighbor girl stacks pennies into little pyramids of poverty in her refrigerated aluminum room. Meanwhile, her brother, sad bastard Mac, lacks the discernment to open the door to the magic right in front of his goldfish face, while Aunt Grace cackles at Viagra commercials and Uncle Earl Jr. cheers on his favorite TV heroes, Donnie Trump and the Lunatics, otherwise known as the 2016 presidential candidates. The voice of the onion made the stars quiver on their crosses. The simulation we're living in has gone snow mode. There's an onion rolling through, and my lover's lips move. The holographic trees all pretty in our view screens. What passes for food warms the data we call molecules. Yep, in such ways do the virtual days pass through. Algorithms of joy and pain, painting the head trip with feeling, and making me believe that I'm self-same with the source when I'm really a 7-bit simplicity programmed to serve. Don't worry for Hillary and Billary if Bernie or Donnie defeat them. They'll just recharge at the Cyborg Center, emerge amid flags and smelly USA t-shirts, the remnant of smart people hiding in closets. These fuckers you're voting for aren't even real. Obviously, both hell and the economy are creations made by the 1% or less of humankind who are truly existentially sick. Both money and eternal judgment are jokes told at elite parties. My friends who check in at the cloning center are quite okay with it. They know the subjectivity of the real is something to smile at, play with. I was kissing a clone just 20 minutes ago, number 23 of an infinite set. When a clone and I step in shit, we just wink it out of existence. She dreamed she was an ornament on a Christmas tree. She wasn't even shaped like a person, but she was shiny, almighty in her light. The evicted lady zigzags behind the small dog, the two-dimensional moon swollen with secrets, the unnaturally patterned stars too close for science's comfort, a soft rain breaking the illusion, bad news in the mail, the Old Testament and Shakespeare burning in the rubble. The dancers waved their lanterns of death above our oblivious laughter and ceaseless grindstone nose-to-cartilage moments that we declared divine. Lots of shady shamans these days, overdosing American tourists on snake oil ayahuasca, raping them, then shrinking their heads. Before the end, a little Pac-Man appears in their brains, munching their thoughts till game over. Letter dated 1905 found in a Hell's Kitchen chimney. Dear Santa Claus, I am very glad that you are coming around tonight. My little brother would like you to bring him a wagon, which I know you cannot afford. Please bring him whatever you think best. Mary McGann, age 4. P.S. Please do not forget the poor. Everything goes into the poem, including the human sink. I want the onion to roll through the labyrinth, making flowers bloom. I want the love coming from the moon to make the mad elephant sing in tune. I want to see if humans would pay $500 to see a Stephen Hawking hologram give a lecture at the Sydney Opera House. Oh, wait. That shit actually happened. That's why I'd rather live a life like a Mike G poem than spend a second in their reality. I went down to the crossroads and made a deal with the Shadow Her hand has grabbed a rubber plant. She tells the truth, but tells it slant. She ain't no silly playground rant. She's scripture. She walks the dog in curly cues, pukes her guts when she gets bad news, bleed her heart, and she'll say she's through and destroy you. And when we love, it's like a flower. Feed on sunshine and shit on power. From seedy origins, babe, we've grown to tower. My friends, we have power over the dark and scary things. Practice making light with the mind. And repeat after me. 2016 will be fine. Finally, it's clear that Bob Dylan's a fucking onion, but I love him in whatever labyrinth or Neverland or here, there, I find her in. And if you really want to know the truth, the 10-year-old neighbor girl's just a hoax, seared into my memory to make me insane, and henceforth there is no Mike G, just a spacebar who dreamed of being a semicolon.